Yeah, so it was just a couple of weeks ago that Sydney Sweeney made a great show of resilience in her interview with Catherine Stoffel over at GQ magazine, where she was asked once and for all to finally respond to the backlash over her American Eagle ad campaign. And in that GQ interview, she appeared to stand her ground. She did not want to back down and take the blame for the way that it was massively misconstrued, mainly by people on the left, as some sort of eugenics propaganda. She basically stayed silent and left it at when there's an issue I want to speak about, people will hear. I presume that issue that she wanted to speak about was domestic violence,
Hmm.
hence the fact that that interview was a promotional one for Christie,
Hmm.
which flopped at the box office. But now, after the flop, the historical level flop of Christie, I think Sydney Sweeney maybe panicked a little bit and called up some friends in the PR industry and got her first conventional publicist to encourage her to finally walk back her earlier stance and denounce the views that were associated with her American Eagle campaign.
And let's
And
be
that
let's be
is
honest. It's not just like it's not one, like, you might be presuming that she means the white supremacist views, but it's kind of ambiguous in the wording what she's actually denouncing, which is the worst. Actually, it's like when you try to
right,
say everything at once, you end up saying nothing at all. And the
right.
timing on this is so unbelievably weird. Like, this controversy, for however big it was, has generally left the cultural discussion. And
Yeah, it was back in July.
she's like, "Hey guys, remember my like?" And the thing is, there was an article just recently. I ended up not covering it, where they sold a crap ton of jeans. Like, this campaign made them a ton of money and made her
Mhm.
a ton of money. So there was no reason to bring this back up.
No. I mean, it has been following her for half a year now, basically. So I'm sure that she got exhausted at a certain point and just hoped that she could issue this statement and people would finally get off her back. But that is not, of course, how it's being received. This was in an exclusive interview with People magazine the other day. So here is her full response, and not an apology, but a lot of people are calling it that. I was honestly surprised by the reaction. I did it because I love the jeans and love the brand. I don't support the views some people chose to connect to the campaign. Many have assigned motives and labels to me that just aren't true. Anyone who knows me knows that I'm always trying to bring people together. I'm against hate and divisiveness. In the past, my stance has been to never respond to negative or positive press. But recently, I've come to realize that my silence regarding this issue has only widened the divide, not closed it. So I hope this new year brings more focus on what connects us instead of what divides us. Now that doesn't sound like it came out of Sydney Sweeney's mouth. I think that was something very it was extremely scripted. It sounded like it came straight out of a PR firm,
Hmm.
and she just had to deliver it word for word to People magazine and hopefully gain back the favor of the people who used to be her fans, the ones who liked her before and during Euphoria season 1 and 2.
Hmm.
But unfortunately, most of the responses from those people were saying, like, it's too late now. You could have issued this statement back in July, but you didn't. You showed your true colors, your true white supremacist colors.
Can we
So we're never
also
going to bring you back into the fold.
can we also just reiterate that nothing in that ad said that at all? It was literally about her being hot. That's all it was.
I mean, I thought that the jeans double entendre was literally about her tits. That's what I thought it was
I
about.
I took it generically as just she's genetically gifted, meaning she's attractive. That, I guess the connection they made there is she says my eyes are blue,
No, she
and
says my jeans are blue.
I thought she said my, okay. The point
Yeah.
is, she doesn't say anything about racism. She doesn't even hint at that. It's literally just her being attractive. Right?
I legitimately thought that the reference to genetics was solely related
It's
to the size of her
it's
breasts.
a
That's
it's
literally
a
what I thought.
it's a Rorschach test. Whatever you're thinking about is what you're going to drop into place there, and that says more. As a lot of these things in the space oftentimes do. What's the saying? The saying's like any accusation is a confession. I don't believe that that's always true. I think that that's a simplistic worldview. But in this case, if people saw white supremacy there, they're going to overthink it and look at it that way. The other thing that I've realized, platforms like X, and this does connect, it's literally just a place where people imprint on you. So there was these interviews going around. I wish I had it pulled up of her and Amanda Seyfried. And they were like screenshotting looks that Amanda Seyfried was giving her and saying like, look, she hates her. She hates her fucking guts. Like, she can't stand this girl because she's a white supremacist. I'm like, that's not there. Like, literally, there's nothing there that you're saying. You're absolutely bonkers. You're losing your mind. You're addicted to, I guess, intersectional politics. And Sydney Sweeney, unfortunately, though she doesn't necessarily, I guess, denounce white supremacy. She wins no favor with this. It's too vague of a statement.
Yeah,
The moment she mentioned hate and divisiveness, she lost. Even if she doesn't actually denounce anything else or whatever. Like, she lost. And the thing is, the right does it too. They imprinted on her. All she did was not address concerns, and they made her some type of like right-wing mascot for the movement that she didn't ask for.
Yeah, and I think that the real problem here is people on both sides of the political aisle attaching themselves to her parasocially.
Yeah.
And seeing her as a champion of their cause one way or the other.
And you just end up sad because they never live up to your expectations.
Yeah, and now that's why this is being used as a barometer for where we're at with wokeness. Pedro Gonzalez responded to the headline saying, "It's hard to tell on this app, but the pendulum in real life has already started to swing in the other direction." And what he means by that is that maybe people on X think that wokeness is dead and that we are past peak woke at this point and we're moving forward into a more right-wing culture. However, he's trying to say this is an echo chamber on X.
Yes.
Outside of that world, it seems that wokeness is making some kind of comeback, or it's gaining new ground, and that it was only a brief moment where it had to recede culturally. And maybe Sydney Sweeney's response 6 months after the ad campaign is a sign of that. Overall, I just think that this was a losing issue for her, no matter where she fell on it, no matter what she said, because all of the parasocial people that attached themselves to her because they saw her as an avatar for right-wing culture, they're turned against her now. They feel betrayed by this statement. And then all of the people that she's trying to win back favor from on the left also feel that she didn't speak out soon enough and that she only did so when it posed a threat to her paycheck. So it makes her look bad to literally everyone, which again is sort of a scenario where a celebrity hires a publicist. She probably sought crisis PR advice, and then it ended up sabotaging her in every conceivable way.
Yeah, like when I think about it, I don't even know how much. I guess you could say the right wing support might have committed some money to like the brand for American Eagle because it sold a lot of jeans, but that controversy was bigger than just right wing support. And beyond that, like they were never going to see Christy. I imagine most of them are not going to see The Housemaid. She's not making movies for them anyways. She would have been, but the thing is, staying silent isn't enough anyways. Her views, the art she wants to make is at odds with the approach she takes to marketing. Like, my new thing is to be like, actors don't want to be actors. They want to be pop stars, because in pop star circles, they're allowed and encouraged to speak out in favor of left-wing ideology. It benefits pop stars to be. I did a video on the girl from Cat's Eye who was like, oh, I like Noah Schnapp in this Stranger Things season 5. And they're like, you piece of shit. Like, oh, so you're a Zionist now, huh? Zionist shill. And then, they're like, oh, why are you following Eyes on Palestine on Instagram? Is this some type of performative BS? Like, they benefit from having far left ideology to the point where it got her in. It was one of the aspects that makes her popular in this band or group that she's in. So the actors, what they want is they want to be pop stars where they can hold those beliefs and benefit from it, because that's the target audience. Unfortunately, that's not how demographics work with movies.
Yeah, I think that she made a major miscalculation, and it's ironic because I was just praising her for her performance in the GQ interview that mirrored Jennifer Lawrence's interview with New York Times, where, I mean, Jennifer Lawrence had a more long-winded explanation, but they were both basically saying the same thing, which is it's unproductive and, outside of my self-interest to comment on politics, so I'm not going to. Jennifer Lawrence just made it way more explicit that Sydney Sweeney did, but they were both in the same camp there, and then Sydney Sweeney defected. I think that she just got scared.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media, and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.